Title: 75 English Phrases for Daily Conversation, Everyday English Speaking and Listening Practice. Channel JBC English Learning Academy. Listen closely. Take a slow breath. Let the world around you become quiet for a moment. Because today, inside this long and simple English story, something special is going to happen. You're not only going to learn English, you're going to feel English. You're going to hear it, remember it, and use it like it is a natural part of your everyday life. And the best part is this: you don't need difficult grammar, long textbooks, or big complicated words. You only need simple phrases that real people use in real life every single day. Welcome back to JBC English Learning Academy. My name is Laura, and today, I'm going to guide you through 75 simple English phrases that you can use in daily conversations. These phrases are short, friendly, natural, and easy to remember. And to help you understand them even better, I'm not just going to teach them, I'm going to show them to you inside a story. Imagine that you and I are walking together through your day. Imagine that everywhere you go, every situation you enter, every person you meet, I am right there helping you speak clearly, slowly, and confidently. This lesson is like a movie, but you don't need to watch anything. You only need to listen and enjoy the flow of English. Before we begin, here is the first phrase we will use many times today. Are you ready? So let me ask you now, slowly and clearly, with a warm smile. Are you ready? Good. Then let's begin our story. The morning begins quietly. The sun is soft. You open your eyes and feel a gentle breeze coming through your window. You stretch your arms and sit up slowly. It's a new day. And with this new day, you have a simple goal. Practice English, speak English, hear English, and think in English. Not fast English. Not perfect English. Just simple, real, everyday English. You stand up and the first phrase you say to yourself is, "Let's get started." Yes, let's get started with your English morning. You walk to the mirror and look at your face. You feel a little shy to speak out loud. That's okay. Many learners feel shy. But speaking out loud, even alone, is one of the strongest ways to improve your English. So you smile at yourself in the mirror and say the third phrase of the day. I can do this. Good. The story moves forward. You go to the kitchen. You pour water into a glass. The water is fresh and cold. You take a sip. You breathe in. Today will be a good day. You look around your simple, quiet kitchen and say, everything looks good. This is a very common phrase. People use it when something is fine, calm, or okay. Now, as you stand there, a little voice inside says, maybe my English is not good enough. Maybe I will make mistakes. Mistakes? We don't worry about mistakes here. So the next phrase I want you to learn is, it's okay. No problem. Say it softly, it's okay. No problem. Because truly it is okay. Every mistake is just a small step toward your better English. You put your glass down and walk outside your door. The morning air feels gentle on your skin. Birds are singing. The street is quiet. You take a deep breath. And suddenly you feel something comfortable inside you, a small excitement to learn. You say, here we go. And that phrase means, let's begin this moment. Now the story moves. You step outside and start walking. Today you are going to meet a friend. And during this walk we are going to learn more phrases that people use when they greet, when they talk, when they ask for help, when they invite someone, and when they answer politely. As you walk down the street, you see your neighbor standing near his gate. He smiles at you. You smile back. And you say the next phrase, good morning. How are you? This is simple. This is friendly. This is natural. Your neighbor replies, good morning. I'm fine, thanks. Then he asks you a common question. And you? You answer with another phrase. I'm doing well, thank you. This phrase is warm and polite. It sounds gentle in daily conversation. You wave goodbye and continue walking down the street. The sky is much brighter now. The world feels open, clean, and peaceful. As you walk, you whisper to yourself, "What a nice day." This phrase is very common. People say it when they feel happy or peaceful about the weather or the moment. But suddenly a little cloud passes over your head. Something small, but it worries you. Maybe you are thinking about your job. Maybe you are thinking about your future. Maybe you are thinking about your English. Your steps slow down. Your breathing becomes a little heavy. And then I, your narrator, your coach, gently say to you, "Don't worry about it." You breathe out. You repeat after me, "Don't worry about it. Let your heart relax." You continue walking. In the distance, you see someone waving. It's your friend, maybe from work, maybe from school, maybe an old friend you haven't seen in a long time. You walk faster now, feeling warm and happy. Your friend smiles and says, "Hey, long time no see." This is a very common and friendly phrase. Repeat it with me. Long time no see. You laugh softly and answer, "It's good to see you." This phrase shows happiness, comfort, and kindness. It makes people feel welcome. Your friend steps closer and gives you a gentle handshake or a small hug. Then they say another friendly phrase you will hear many times in English conversations. "How's everything?" You think for a moment and you answer, "Everything's fine." Simple, clear, warm. You both begin walking together down the quiet morning street. Your friend says, "What are you up to today?" This means, "What are you doing today?" You answer with the next phrase, "Not much. Just taking a walk." Then you add another phrase, "I needed some fresh air." Your friend nods and says, "Same here." You both continue walking slowly and calmly. The world feels peaceful. The sun is warm now. Trees are shaking softly in the wind. And this simple moment becomes a practice opportunity. Every step is a small English lesson. Every breath is a new phrase. You and your friend walk toward a small cafe on the corner of the street. The smell of coffee is rich and warm. The sound of cups and plates creates a soft music inside the cafe. You open the door and step inside. The barista looks up and smiles. You say the next phrase, "Hi there." It's friendly, casual, simple. The barista replies, "Hi, what can I get for you?" You look at the menu and then you use another useful phrase, "Just a moment, please." This phrase is polite when you need time. Your friend already knows what they want. They say, "I'll have a tea, please." You decide your order and say, "I'll take a coffee, please." Then the barista asks, "Anything else?" You smile and say, "That's all, thank you." Simple, clear, natural. You and your friend sit at a small wooden table. The light from the window shines softly on your face. You take a sip of coffee. It is warm and comforting. Your friend looks at you and asks, "So how's life?" You think for a second, then answer, "It's going well." Your friend nods, then looks at you with a curious smile. "You seem a little quiet today." You smile back and say the next phrase, "I'm just thinking." Your friend asks kindly, "Is everything okay?" You take a small breath and answer, "Yeah, I'm okay." Your friend leans forward and says, "If you need anything, let me know." To this you answer, "Thank you. I appreciate it." This phrase is very common and shows deep gratitude. You take another sip of your warm coffee. The cafe is peaceful. People around you are speaking softly. The soft sound of their voices becomes part of the story. And you feel calm, relaxed, ready to learn more. Then your friend looks at you and asks, "So what's the plan for today?" You reply with the next phrase, "I'm not sure yet." Then you add, "I'll figure it out." Your friend nods. "That sounds good." You both enjoy your drinks quietly for a moment. And inside that quiet moment, I speak to you again as your coach. Remember, English learning is a journey. Not fast, not slow, just steady. Every small phrase you learn today becomes a part of your life. You smile softly and whisper the next phrase, "I'll keep going." Your friend stands up and says, "Shall we go?" This means, should we leave now? You answer, sure, let's go. You stand up, take your bag and walk out of the cafe into the bright morning light. You and your friend walk slowly down the street again. The world feels open and comfortable. Suddenly your phone vibrates. You look at the screen. A message from someone important to you, maybe family, maybe work. The message says, can we talk later? You respond with the next phrase, sounds good. As you continue walking, you feel something warm inside you. A small confidence. You turn to your friend and say softly, I feel better now. Your friend smiles. I'm glad to hear that. And then I, your narrator, gently tell you another phrase, you're doing great. You whisper it to yourself again, you're doing great. Because it's true. The morning continues. The light becomes softer. Your breathing becomes slow and calm. And your English becomes a little more natural. You and your friend reach a small park. You sit on a bench. Birds fly softly through the air. The gentle sound of leaves moving in the wind creates a peaceful feeling. This is the perfect place to continue the story and to learn more phrases. Your friend takes out their phone and says, I have to make a quick call. You nod politely and say the next phrase, take your time. While waiting, you look around. The park is calm. Children laugh in the distance. People walk slowly on the path. Your heart feels soft and open. Your friend finishes the call and looks at you. Sorry about that. You smile and say, it's okay. Don't worry. Your friend takes a deep breath and says, thanks. And then something important happens. Your friend looks at you carefully and says, by the way, your English sounds much better these days. You feel surprised. You smile shyly. You say, really? Thank you. Your friend adds another supportive phrase. Keep it up. This means, continue doing well. You repeat softly, I'll keep it up. You sit there together in peaceful silence. The air moves gently. Your heart relaxes. And you feel proud of yourself. This is where the first part of our long English journey slows down. But it does not end. Because we have many more phrases to learn. Many more scenes to explore. Many more moments to practice simple, friendly, everyday English. And before we pause this section, here is the last phrase of this part. Let's continue in the next part. Take a slow breath. Relax your shoulders. And when you're ready, I will continue the story. The story picks up right where we left off. You are still sitting on the quiet park bench with your friend. The morning has now become late morning, maybe close to noon. The sun is brighter, but the air is still cool and gentle. Birds fly in slow circles over the trees. The world feels calm, open, and safe. And inside this peaceful moment, you are learning English phrase by phrase, sentence by sentence, just the way real life works. Your friend stretches their arms and stands up slowly. They look at you and say, I should get going. This is a common way to say, I think I need to leave now. You nod and reply with your next phrase, all right, see you later. This is friendly, simple, natural. People say it many times a day. Your friend waves and starts walking away. You call out another common phrase, take care. Your friend turns and smiles. You too. Now you are alone in the park. And this is the perfect time for quiet English practice. No pressure. No tests. Just you, the soft air, and the sound of simple English in your mind. You stand up, stretch your legs, and begin walking along the curved path of the park. As you walk, you softly whisper to yourself, let's keep going. You pass by two people sitting on a bench. One of them laughs loudly and says, you won't believe what happened. This is another common phrase. People use it when something surprising or funny happens. You smile because now you recognize these natural phrases everywhere. Not just in lessons, not just in books, but in real life. You keep walking. You breathe deeply. You feel calm and focused. Then suddenly your stomach makes a small hungry sound. You smile and say the next phrase, I'm getting hungry. You check your watch. It's almost lunchtime. You decide to grab something simple to eat. You walk out of the park and onto the busy street. Cars pass slowly. People move in different directions. The city has woken up completely now. Life is happening everywhere, at every corner, in every sound. You walk into a small bakery. The smell of warm bread and fresh pastries fills the air. A woman behind the counter smiles at you and says, "Hi, what can I do for you?" You smile back and use another important daily phrase. "Could I get a sandwich, please?" She nods. "Sure thing. What kind?" You point gently and say, "This one, please." She carefully wraps your sandwich and hands it to you. You say, "Thank you very much." She smiles warmly. "You're welcome." You walk outside with your sandwich in hand. Before eating, you take a moment to sit on a short wall near the sidewalk. You open the wrapper and take a small bite. It tastes good, simple, warm, comforting. You take another bite, then whisper the next phrase. "This is really good." As you eat, you watch people walking by. You hear small phrases from different conversations, phrases that you understand now because you are learning simple everyday English that real people use. Someone walking past says, "Excuse me." Another person replies, "No worries." You recognize these phrases instantly. This makes you smile. After finishing the sandwich, you throw the wrapper in a trash bin nearby. You wipe your hands and stand up slowly. As you begin walking again, you say the next phrase out loud. "What should I do next?" This is a question people ask themselves many times a day. It's a natural way to think. You remember that you need to buy something from the store, maybe groceries, maybe something for home. So you decide to walk to a nearby market. The market is full of color and movement. Fresh fruits are stacked neatly. Vegetables shine under bright lights. People talk softly as they choose what they need. Everything feels alive and warm. You pick up some apples. They look fresh and clean. A shopkeeper walks over to you and asks, "Do you need any help?" You smile and answer with the next phrase. "I'm just looking, thanks." You move to another shelf and see something you want to buy. You ask the shopkeeper, "How much is this?" He tells you the price. You nod and say, "Okay, I'll take it." He packs your items and hands you the bag. You reply, "Thanks. Have a nice day." The shopkeeper replies warmly, "You too." You walk out of the market with your small bag. The afternoon sun is brighter now. The street is busier. People talk, laugh, walk quickly, walk slowly. Everyone moving in their own small story. As you walk, you think about your English learning journey. You whisper softly, "I'm getting better." You feel proud. You feel encouraged. And then I, your narrator, speak to you gently. "Trust yourself. You're doing really well." You repeat, "I'll trust myself." You turn a corner and begin walking toward home. Halfway there, your phone rings. It is a friend or family member calling. You answer the phone and say the next phrase. "Hello? Can you hear me?" The voice on the other side says, "Yes, I can hear you." They ask you, "Where are you?" You reply with another simple phrase, "I'm on my way home." They say, "All right. Call me when you get there." You answer, "Okay, will do." This phrase means, "I will do that." You end the call and continue walking. As you walk, a small drop of water falls on your arm. First, you think it's nothing. Then another drop. Then another. You look up at the sky and say the next phrase. "Oh, it's starting to rain." You walk a little faster now. You look around and find a small shop entrance to stand under. From here, you watch the rain fall in soft silver lines. People hurry with umbrellas. Cars move slowly with yellow headlights on. Standing there, you take a slow breath and say, "Let's wait for a moment." This is a natural phrase used when you want to pause. The rain is not heavy, just a soft shower. You stand quietly, listening to the gentle sound of water. After a few minutes, the rain becomes lighter. You smile and say, "Looks like it's stopping." You step out again and continue your walk home. The air feels fresh. The world smells clean. Raindrops sparkle on the leaves. Finally, you reach your door. You take out your keys, unlock the door, and step inside your home. The air inside is warm and familiar. You take off your shoes and say the next phrase, "Home sweet home." You put your bag on the table and sit down on a chair. You rest for a moment. The quiet inside your home feels comforting. Then softly you say another phrase, "I needed this break." You take a sip of water. You relax your shoulders. A few minutes later, your phone vibrates again. It's the person from earlier asking, "Are you home now?" You reply, "Yes, I just got home." They ask, "Can we talk now?" You answer politely, "Sure, go ahead." You listen carefully. You respond slowly. And during the call, you use one more natural phrase, "I see what you mean." This shows understanding. After the call, you stand up and stretch. You feel relaxed. You feel calm. You feel like your English is opening up, becoming smoother, clearer, more natural. You walk to your window and look outside. The rain has fully stopped. The sky is beginning to turn soft and warm, like late afternoon. Soon evening will come. And with evening, we will learn even more phrases. But before this section ends, you say 2 more phrases that close this chapter softly and gently. First, "It's been a good day so far." The afternoon slowly begins to fade. The light outside your window becomes softer, warmer, calmer. The busy sounds of the day grow quiet. People walk slower now. Cars pass with a gentle hum. You stand near your window watching the world calming down. You take a slow breath and whisper to yourself, "What a peaceful evening." You feel happy with the English phrases you learned today. You feel proud of your small steps. And now you're ready for the next part of the story. You're ready for new phrases, phrases that people use in the evening when they talk, meet others, ask questions, make plans, or simply relax. You walk to your living room and sit on a soft chair. The air feels comfortable. Your mind feels open. You say another phrase slowly, "Let's take it easy." Just then your phone lights up. It's a message from a friend you haven't talked to in a while. The message says, "Hey, are you free this evening?" You smile and reply with the next phrase, "Yeah, I'm free." Your friend sends another message, "Great. Want to hang out?" You answer with a simple, friendly phrase that many English speakers use, "Sure, why not?" You stand up and walk to your closet. You choose something simple to wear. As you get ready, you look in the mirror and say softly, "I'm almost ready." You put on your shoes, grab your phone, grab your keys, and head outside. The air outside is cool now. The sky is turning orange and pink. Evening has arrived. You walk down your street toward the meeting place. As you walk, you practice another phrase, "I'll be there soon." This is something people say when they are on the way to meet someone. Your friend is waiting near a small cafe with warm yellow lights shining softly through the windows. When they see you, they smile and wave. You walk up to them and say, "Sorry for the wait." Even if you are not late, this phrase is friendly and polite. Your friend shakes their head and replies, "No worries. I just got here." You both step into the cafe. The atmosphere is warm and quiet. Soft music plays. People sit at small round tables talking in low voices. You choose a table near a window. The warm light falls gently across your face. A server comes over with a friendly smile. "Hi, what can I get for you?" You look at the menu and say the next phrase, "Let me think for a moment." Your friend orders a drink. You decide to try something new and say, "I'll try this one." The server nods. "Great choice." You smile politely and use another phrase, "Thank you. I hope it's good." The server walks away. You look around the cafe. Everything feels warm and calm. You take a slow breath and relax your shoulders. Your friend looks at you and asks, "So, how have you been?" A very common question. You answer, "I've been pretty good." Your friend nods. "That's nice to hear." You ask them, "What about you?" They smile. I've been okay. A little busy. You lean forward slightly and say, I know the feeling. Your drinks arrive. The server places them gently on the table. You say, thank you so much. You take a sip and smile softly. Tastes good. You say, this tastes nice. Your friend takes a sip of their drink and says, so what did you do today? You think for a moment and then answer with another natural phrase. Nothing special. You add, just a simple day. Your friend nods. Sometimes a simple day is the best. You laugh and say, that's true. You both sit quietly for a moment, enjoying the warm drinks. The evening light outside becomes darker. The world takes on a soft, calm blue color. Then your friend leans forward and says, hey, I wanted to ask you something. You look curious and say, sure, what's up? Your friend smiles nervously. I'm thinking about starting English classes. Do you think it's a good idea? You take a small breath and say the next phrase. I think so. Then you add another. It could help a lot. Your friend nods slowly. Yeah, I feel a bit scared though. You look at them with kindness and say, don't be afraid. You can do it. Your friend smiles. Thanks. That means a lot. The server comes back and asks, everything okay here? You both smile and reply together. Everything's great, thank you. You continue talking with your friend about life, dreams, and small worries. The conversation feels warm and natural. You use more simple phrases as you speak. I know what you mean. That makes sense. I'll think about it. These are phrases used in friendly, natural conversations every day. After talking for a while, your friend checks their watch and says, oh wow, it's getting late. You look out the window. The sky is dark now. Soft lights glow on the street. You nod and say, time goes so fast. Your friend laughs. Yeah, it really does. You both finish your drinks and stand up. As you walk out of the cafe, your friend asks, do you want to go for a short walk? You answer, sure, I'd like that. You step outside. The evening air is cool and fresh. Streetlights glow softly on the sidewalk. People walk slowly, enjoying the night. You and your friend walk side by side. You talk about your plans, your ideas, your thoughts. During the walk, you use more daily phrases naturally. Let me explain. I didn't know that. Really? That's interesting. The night feels peaceful. Then your friend stops walking, looks up at the sky and says, it's a beautiful night. You nod and whisper your next phrase. Yeah, it really is. A soft wind moves the leaves above your head. The air feels gentle on your face. After walking for a few minutes, your friend says, I should head home now. You smile and reply, okay, no problem. Your friend waves and starts walking away. You call out softly, see you next time. They wave back. See you. You stand alone on the quiet street now. The soft light from the street lamps makes the ground glow in gentle circles. You take one last slow breath and whisper, what a nice evening. You start walking home. The sound of your footsteps feels calm and steady. As you walk, I speak to you again as your narrator and your coach. You're doing amazing. Every phrase you learn becomes part of you. Every simple sentence becomes a small gift for your future English. You smile and say softly, I'll keep learning. I'll keep improving. You reach your home. Open the door quietly, step inside and close it softly behind you. The world outside stays dark and calm. Your home becomes warm and peaceful again. You take a sip of water, sit on your bed, and relax your body. Before ending this section, you whisper two more gentle phrases. I did well today. We explore something very human, something you use every single day, feelings. Yes, those little things inside us that change, rise, fall, and sometimes surprise us. Today, you will learn simple English phrases to talk about feelings in daily life. And as always, I will speak slowly, softly, and clearly, like a real English coach sitting beside you. Imagine this. You wake up, Stretch your arms and look outside your window. The world feels calm. The sky is soft. You feel relaxed. But how do you say that in English? You smile and whisper, I feel good today. Simple, easy, natural. And that is our first phrase. Repeat with me in your mind, or out loud if you want. I feel good today. Let the words roll slowly. Let your voice relax. Yes, good. Now let's walk through one full day, using simple phrases to describe emotions. You do not need big words. You do not need perfect grammar. You just need to express how you feel like a real person living a real day. You walk into your kitchen, and maybe you smell warm tea or coffee. You feel calm. So you say, I'm relaxed. But then you check your phone and see a message from someone important. Maybe it surprises you. Maybe it is unexpected. So you say, I didn't expect that. Another helpful phrase. You continue your morning. Someone asks you, how are you? And instead of always saying, I'm fine, you now have more choices. You can say, I feel a little tired. Or, I'm in a good mood. Or even, I'm not feeling great today. These are all normal, natural, simple English sentences. Think of a moment when you are excited. Something good is coming. Maybe a trip, a meeting, or even your favorite meal. You say, I'm excited. Just 2 words, but full of life. And of course, sometimes we worry. Sometimes we feel stress. And that is okay. We can express that too. You say, I'm a bit worried. Or if you want to keep it soft and gentle, you can say, I feel a little stressed. These small words show emotion without being too strong. Now imagine you are talking to a friend. They tell you something sad. Maybe they lost something. Maybe they are having a bad day. You want to show care. You say, I'm sorry to hear that. This phrase is powerful, simple but full of heart. Or maybe you want to support them. You say, I understand. Or, I'm here for you. These phrases are used every day in English conversations. Now imagine another situation. Something happens that you really like. You see something cute, something funny, something beautiful. Your face lights up. You say, that makes me happy. These 4 little words are full of warmth. And sometimes you feel proud of yourself, proud of someone else. You can say, I'm proud of you. It is one of the kindest sentences in English. And if someone says it to you, it feels so good. You can even practice saying it to yourself. I'm proud of myself. Now think of the end of the day. You are tired but in a peaceful way. You can say, I'm ready to rest. Or I need a break. These are natural daily expressions. And sometimes the day is long, stressful, or heavy. Maybe something went wrong. Maybe someone upset you. You say, I feel frustrated. Or if you want a softer version, I feel a bit upset. These phrases help you communicate with honesty and calmness. Now let's imagine a conversation. Someone asks you, are you okay? And you want to be honest but gentle. You say, I'm not okay right now, but I'll be fine. This is a very natural English phrase. Simple English but very human. If you feel shy or nervous, you can say, I feel a little nervous. This is very common before interviews, before meetings, before speaking English. And sometimes when someone cheers you up or helps you, you can say, that means a lot to me. This sentence shows gratitude and emotion. And of course, when you feel full of joy, energy, and excitement, you can say, I feel amazing. Or, I'm really happy today. These sentences help you share positive emotions. Now let's walk through a short, natural, simple conversation using these phrases. You. Hey, how are you today? Friend. I'm a bit tired, but I'm okay. You. I understand. I feel a little stressed too. Friend. Really? Why? You. I didn't expect the day to be so busy. Friend. Yeah, me too. You. But I'm sure everything will be fine. Friend. Thank you. That means a lot. See? So simple. So natural. And all with easy English. Now imagine you are practicing these phrases alone, maybe in your room while walking or while cooking. You can think of your feelings and speak them out loud like a small meditation. You can say, I feel good. I feel tired. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm proud of myself. I feel calm. I'm a little stressed. I'm happy with today. All these phrases help you talk with people, express yourself, and understand others. As we move to the next part of this long storytelling lesson, remember this. Feelings are simple. English can express them easily. You don't need difficult vocabulary. You just need small, clear, gentle sentences. And now let's continue our journey together. If you want, say next, and I will continue with section 7. Asking and answering questions in daily life, in the same storytelling cinematic voiceover style. You said, next. ChatGPT said, here is your next full section. Continuing the same warm, cinematic, beginner-friendly narration style for your 1 to 1.5 hour script. 7. Asking and answering questions in daily life. Next 10 to 12 minutes of narration. Welcome back, my friend, to JBC English Learning Academy. You are still here, still listening, still learning. And that makes me really proud of you. Now we enter a very important part of English speaking. A part that you use every single day, even in your own language. A part that helps you start conversations, continue conversations, and understand people better. Today we talk about something simple but powerful: questions. Yes, questions. Small words, small sentences, but they open doors. They help you connect. They help you explore. And they help you speak more naturally in everyday English. So imagine this, you are walking into a cafe. The air smells warm and sweet. You stand at the counter. You want to order something. But before you can order, you need a question. A simple one. You smile at the person working there and say, what do you have? This is our first phrase. Easy, clear, natural. Questions are not always fast or complicated. They can be slow, simple, friendly. You can speak them gently, just like I speak to you now. Let's begin with the most common question in daily English. How are you? You know this one, of course. But do you know how many ways you can answer it? Listen. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm a little tired. I'm doing great today. I'm not feeling well. I'm fine, thank you. I feel better now. These are all simple, natural answers. Now imagine you meet someone new, someone you want to know a little better. You can ask, what's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? These 3 questions open the door to almost every new conversation. Now imagine you are in a shop. You want something, but you are not sure where it is. You look around. You take a gentle breath. And you ask, where can I find this? Or, do you have this? These 2 questions are very useful. 2 short sentences, yet very powerful. And now imagine you want to know a little more information. You can ask simple questions like, what does this mean? Can you say that again? How do you spell that? What time do you open? When does it start? Questions beginning with what, where, when, why, how, these are your best friends in English communication. Let's practice something more real. Something from everyday life. Imagine you are at work. Your coworker is doing something interesting. You look at them and ask, can you help me? This simple question can make everything easier. Or maybe you want to understand a situation better. You ask, what's going on? Another soft, friendly phrase. Now imagine you want to ask someone about plans. What are you doing later? Do you want to meet? Are you free tomorrow? These are natural questions for friendship, work, and daily life. You can also ask questions to show interest. How was your day? What did you do today? How do you feel now? Questions like these make conversations warm and human. But questions can also help you communicate politely. For example, Could you help me? Can I ask you something? Is it okay if I join you? Do you mind if I sit here? These questions show respect, and English speakers use them often. Now let's create a small conversation, natural and simple. You. Hi, how are you? Friend. I'm good. How about you? You, I'm okay. What are you doing later? Friend. Nothing special. Why? You. Do you want to go out? Friend, sure. What time? You. Maybe around 5? Friend. Sounds good. See? Nothing complicated. Only simple questions and simple answers. Let's practice more. Imagine you are in a taxi. You want to check the time. You ask, how long will it take? Or maybe you want to know the price. How much is it? These two questions are essential in English. Or maybe you are in a restaurant. You want water. You say, can I have some water, please? Or you want the bill. Can I have the check, please? Very common. Very natural. Very easy. Now imagine you are learning something new. You want to understand better. You can ask, can you explain this? Or, what should I do next? These questions are perfect for students. And sometimes the best questions are the simplest ones. Like, really? Why? What happened? These small questions keep conversations alive. Let's take a moment. Close your eyes gently, unless you are doing something important, and imagine yourself speaking these sentences. Imagine using them naturally, calmly in your daily life. You don't need a big vocabulary. You don't need long sentences. All you need are small, simple questions spoken with confidence. Now imagine someone asks you a question. You want time to think. You can say, let me think. Give me a moment. I'm not sure. I don't know yet. These are real English phrases people say every day. Soft, natural human phrases. And let's not forget one more useful question. What about you? This simple question keeps the conversation going. You are talking, and then you pass the conversation to the other person. Very natural. Before we move to the next section, let's take a slow breath together and reflect. You now know how to ask questions about names, feelings, time, plans, help, meaning, and everyday life. You know how to answer them. And you know how to keep conversations flowing like a calm river. This is how real English works. Gentle, simple, natural. And you are learning beautifully. Still growing, and I am right here with you step by step. In this part of our long lesson, we explore something very simple, something you do every single day of your life, your daily routine. And the beautiful thing is this. Talking about your daily routine is one of the easiest ways to practice English. You already know the actions. You already live them. You just need the English words slowly, gently, naturally. So let's begin at the beginning, the morning. Imagine the soft sound of your alarm. You open your eyes slowly. Your room is quiet. You stretch, breathe, and say to yourself in English, I wake up. Simple, clear, natural. Then you sit up and say, I get up. These two sentences begin millions of English conversations every day. After that, maybe you go to the bathroom. You wash your face. You brush your teeth. And while doing this, you speak softly. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. These sentences are easy but very real, very useful. Then perhaps you drink something warm, tea, coffee, or just water. You can say, I have a cup of tea. Or, I drink some water. If you eat breakfast, you can say, I have breakfast. And if you don't eat breakfast, you can say, I skip breakfast. Now imagine you are getting ready for the day. You choose your clothes. You look at the mirror. And you say, I get dressed. Sounds simple because it is. Everyday English should feel easy. Then maybe you need to leave your home. You can say, I go to work. Or, I go to school. Or simply, I leave the house. These are the small bridges between your home and the world outside. Let's imagine you are traveling now. Maybe you take a bus. You say, I take the bus. Or a train. I take the train. If you walk, you say, I walk to work. If you drive a car, you say, I drive to work. These sentences help you talk about movement, simple, ordinary movement. Now picture yourself at work or school. You do your tasks. You talk to people. You learn something. You can say, I start work. Or, I start class. And when it ends, you say, I finish work. Or, I finish my classes. What about lunchtime? You can say, I have lunch. Or if you eat a small meal, you can say, I grab a snack. Let's move forward in the day. Maybe you come home. You take off your shoes. You sit down for a moment and breathe. You say, I get home. Or, I come back home. These are simple but very common English phrases. When you relax, you can say, I rest for a while. Or, I take a break. If you like watching something, you can say, I watch TV. Or, I watch a movie. If you enjoy reading, you say, I read a book. And if you enjoy talking to family or friends, you can say, I call my friend. Or, I talk to my family. Imagine the evening now. The sky is darker. The day is slowing down. You might cook something. You say, I cook dinner. When you eat, you say, I have dinner. After dinner, maybe you clean the kitchen. You say, I wash the dishes. Or if someone helps you, you can say, we clean together. Maybe you like to study at night. You say, I study English. Yes, that one is true for you right now. And then finally, the last part of the day. Your body is tired. Your mind is soft. You prepare for sleep. You say, I get ready for bed. Then, I go to bed. And finally, I fall asleep. See, your whole day can be expressed with small, gentle English sentences. And when you know these simple daily routine phrases, you can easily talk to people. You can answer questions like, what do you do in the morning? What is your daily routine? What time do you wake up? How do you go to work? What do you do after dinner? But daily routines are not always the same for everyone. Maybe your routine is different. Maybe you wake up late. Or maybe you wake up early. Maybe your evenings are quiet. Or maybe they're busy. So let's add some flexible phrases you can use. I usually wake up at. I often go to. I sometimes eat. I don't usually do that. I always start my day with. I end my day with. These words usually, often, sometimes, always help you describe your habits more clearly. Now imagine a conversation using simple daily routine English. Friend. What time do you wake up? You. I wake up at 7. Friend. Really? I wake up at 9. You nice. What do you do in the morning? Friend. I make coffee. What about you? You. I brush my teeth and have breakfast. Friend. Sounds good. This is real English. Easy. Normal. Everyday language. Let's practice more. Listen and repeat softly in your mind. I wake up. I get dressed. I go to work. I have lunch. I come home. I study English. I go to bed. These sentences are the foundation of speaking about your life. Now imagine telling someone about your whole day in one soft paragraph. I wake up at 7, I brush my teeth, I get dressed, and I go to work. I start at 8, I work until 12, and I have lunch. After work, I go home, relax, cook dinner, and study English. Then I get ready for bed and sleep around 10. This is simple. This is natural. This is everyday English. And the more you practice these small sentences, the more confident you will feel in real conversations. Now take a slow breath. You have learned so much already. And our journey continues. Let's begin with something simple, yesterday. Imagine yesterday as a small movie in your mind. Picture what you did. Picture where you went. Picture how you felt. Now take a slow breath and say these words. Yesterday I. Yes. That's how past storytelling begins. Yesterday I woke up. Yesterday I went to work. Yesterday I met a friend. Yesterday I cooked dinner. Yesterday I watched a movie. All simple. All natural. All in the past. Now let's explore how to talk about your past with soft, smooth English. Let's walk through a small story together. Imagine you are sitting with a friend. The air is warm. The day is slow. And you want to share something from your past. You start gently. Last week I visited my family. Then you continue. It was a nice day. We talked. We ate together. We laughed a lot. Do you hear how soft and simple this sounds? This is how people really speak in English. Simple verbs. Simple sentences. Just flowing like a calm river. Let's practice more past phrases. I saw. I went. I visited. I watched. I met. I learned. I enjoyed. I tried. I felt. I talked. These verbs are like little keys. Each one opens a door to a memory. Now imagine a different story. Imagine something surprising happened. You can say, something funny happened yesterday. Or, I didn't expect that. These are great storytelling phrases. Simple but full of emotion. Let's build a small story with past events. Yesterday I woke up early. I went outside and the weather was beautiful. I walked to a small cafe near my home. I ordered tea and sat by the window. Then I saw an old friend I didn't expect to see. We talked for a long time. It was a very nice morning. See, there is nothing difficult in those sentences. You can easily use them in your own stories. Now let's talk about moments that didn't go well, because these are also part of life. Sometimes things go wrong and we need simple English to explain them. I lost my keys. I missed the bus. I was late. I forgot something important. I had a bad day. These are normal. These are real. And these sentences are used every day in English conversation. But sometimes we talk about happy memories, beautiful moments. And for those moments we can say, I had a great time. I enjoyed it a lot. It made me happy. It was a special day. These sentences help you share positive stories in a soft, warm way. Now imagine you are telling a friend about your childhood. You don't need big vocabulary. You can say, when I was a child, I lived in, I played with, I loved, I used to. These small phrases help you tell deeper stories in simple English. Let's practice with a short, gentle childhood memory. When I was a child, I lived in a small town. I played outside every evening. I had many friends and we rode bicycles together. Life felt simple and happy. See how soft and natural that feels? Now imagine you're telling someone about a trip you took in the past. You can say, last year I traveled to. I stayed there for days. I visited many places. I tried new food. It was an amazing experience. These are simple phrases that help you share stories clearly and naturally. Let's build another story together. Imagine you went on a short trip. Last month I traveled to a small city. I stayed there for 2 days. I walked around the streets, ate new food and met friendly people. I took many photos. I really enjoyed that trip. This is gentle English, perfect for storytelling. Now let's imagine you are having a conversation. Friend, what did you do yesterday? You, I went to the market. I bought some fruit and vegetables. Friend, sounds nice. Did you go alone? You, yes, I went alone. But I met someone I know. Friend, oh really? Who? You, an old friend from school. This is real daily conversation, soft, easy, natural. Let's practice building your own story. Think about something you did recently. Something small. Maybe, I watched a movie. I cleaned my room. I talked to my parents. I visited my friend. I studied English. Pick one and say it softly in your mind. Feel how simple it is. Now imagine telling the full story. Yesterday, I studied English for 1 hour. I listened to a lesson, repeated the phrases, and practiced speaking. It was helpful and I felt good afterward. Yes, that is your real story. And you said it in easy English. Now, before we move to the next section, take a slow breath. You now know how to talk about yesterday, last week, last month, your childhood, and your past experiences. You know how to tell simple stories about good days, bad days, surprising days, and normal days. And you can now speak about your past with confidence and calmness. Talking about the future in English does not need big grammar. It does not need complex sentences. All you need are small, gentle phrases like, I'm going to, I will, I want to, I plan to, I hope to. These simple structures help you talk about tomorrow, next week, next month, or even your long-term dreams. So let's begin with something very simple. Imagine tomorrow morning. The sunlight is new. The day is fresh. You stretch and think about what you will do. You can say, tomorrow I'm going to wake up early. Tomorrow I will go for a walk. Tomorrow I'm going to study English. These sentences help you express your future in calm, simple words. Now imagine you have plans for the evening. Maybe you want to meet someone. You can say, I'm going to meet my friend. I will call my family. I want to relax tonight. You see? No stress. No difficult grammar. Just soft, clear, natural English. Now think about your week. You can say, this weekend, I'm going to visit my family. On Friday, I have a plan. Next week, I will start something new. These phrases help you talk about your schedule. Now let's imagine a small conversation. Friend, what are you doing tomorrow? You, I'm going to the market. Friend, nice. What will you buy? You, I will buy vegetables and some fruit. This is how people really speak in daily English, soft, simple, and friendly. Let's explore more helpful future phrases. I'm planning to. I think I will. I might. I hope to. I want to. Each one gives your listener a different feeling. If you're sure, you say, I'm going to. If you're not sure, you say, I might. If you're hoping for something, you say, I hope to. Let's practice. I'm going to start exercising. I might travel next month. I hope to learn more English. I want to try something new. I think I will cook tonight. Now imagine you're talking about a dream, something you want in your future. You can say, in the future, I want to learn more languages. In the future, I hope to visit many countries. One day, I want to start my own business. One day, I want to be confident in English. These sentences open your heart. They show your dreams quietly, gently. Now let's build a small story about future plans. This weekend, I'm going to take a short break. I will relax, read a book, and spend time with my family. I want to enjoy my time and rest my mind. Do you hear how peaceful that sounds? This is how you talk about your future in simple English. Let's imagine another situation. You have goals for next month. You can say, next month, I'm going to focus on my health. I will start waking up earlier. I want to learn something new. I plan to save some money. These are everyday, normal English sentences used by millions of people. Now think about long-term dreams. Big dreams. You don't need complicated grammar for those either. You can say, in the future, I hope to become a good speaker. One day, I want to travel the world. I hope to meet new people. I want to live a peaceful life. Soft, warm, simple. Let's imagine a short conversation about future ideas. Friend, do you have any plans for next month? You, yes, I'm going to take a small trip. Friend, oh nice. Where will you go? You, I'm not sure yet. I might visit a nearby city. Friend, that sounds great. You, yeah, I hope it will be relaxing. This is comfortable future English, no stress, no fast speaking, just easy communication. Now think about your English journey. You have a future goal, and you can say, I'm going to practice more. I want to speak English better. I will continue learning. I hope to become fluent one day. These sentences reflect your commitment, and they help you stay motivated. Now gently take a breath. Imagine your tomorrow. Imagine your next week. Imagine your future. You can talk about all of it with small, simple English sentences. You can express your plans with no pressure. No worry, only clarity and calmness. You're doing beautifully, and our journey continues. Thank you so much for joining today's lesson here at JBC English Learning Academy. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below telling me what you want to learn next. Your support helps the channel grow and helps me create more lessons for you. Take care, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next class.